my channel, the Shropshire Angler. So right, on today's video we're going to do some more of the Predator Advent Calendar day opening, see what we've had for the last week or so. Bits of interesting stuff in there, but yeah, I'll show you those in a bit. But first I thought I'd show you a little online order I did recently. Yeah, I know I've been spending again. But this one's a bit different. I've dipped my toe into the Chinese market, Temu. I don't know if you know the app. It does a lot of cheap stuff on it. Now I've had bits and pieces from there before, not for fishing. So I was curious to see what the quality of the fishing bits and pieces are there. There's quite a few bits of fishing. Predominantly a lot of predator style fishing, but I think that's quite big over in Asia compared to, like, Europe and places like that. But there is some carp stuff in there as well. But the main reason why I thought I'd have a look at it, because I've come from a manufacturing background. I don't work in it now, but I have worked in factories before in the manufacturing background. I have other colleagues that I work with now who've come from a manufacturing background, and we all say the same things. A lot of the stuff you buy from the big brands is made abroad in China, predominantly as well. It's no big secret to sort of keep costs down. I mean, prime example, Apple products. They're designed in America, but they're manufactured in China because of the costs. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. But I'm not saying stuff you buy from Temu is going to be the exact same product. It's just going to be of a very, very similar quality, because every manufacturer makes for more than one seller or more than one product base. But the buyer of those products from the manufacturer, they have input. They give them a spec. So, all right, swivels from Preston will be a slightly different spec from swivels from Maver. Same with if you go to the carp, OMC is going to be a slightly different spec from Corda. But you get what I mean. I'm going off on one again. But anyway, so I thought I'd get some bits and pieces. I found some interesting bits and pieces, and to be honest, I was quite pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what was going to come, whether it was going to be a load of rubbish. One thing is I was quite pleased with was I had to buy some braid. I didn't have to buy some braid, but I needed to buy some braid for one of the new reels I've purchased that's been wrapped under the Christmas tree by the wife, which is for my dead baiting. 6,000 reels, that's going to take a lot of line. But I was there's two spools with it, so I was going to have a spool with mono, and I did want a braid spool because braid is quite good for predator fishing, but quite expensive. I mean, for the sort of size spool you're going to need, like a bulk spool, you're going to be paying like 30 quid upwards probably for a decent one. So I had a look at one from them. I was quite pleasantly surprised. I mean, obviously on the bank will be the ultimate test. That does seem quite good. We'll have a closer look in a minute. I did also buy another one, but I made a bit of a booby with this one. It's only 100 meters, but it might still come in useful for something that might be all right on a bait caster. And then a lot of the stuff I bought was swivels. You always use swivels, especially in predator fishing, but it comes in for all your coarse and your carp fishing. So I bought a few packs of swivels, but they're larger quantity for only a few quid, where you'd pay a few quid for 10. I mean, this one alone, there's, I don't know, they're not very informative. There's 100 swivels in there, and I think it was for £1 something, £2 at the most. So it is good value. So we'll have a look at those closer. Beads. I needed some rubber beads for my predator, for my deadbait lures. Now these, as again, knowing a little bit about manufacturing, they're pennies to make, but we all know what sort of a markup some companies put on them. But so yeah, I bought quite a big bag full there of 6mm beads, and again, probably either less than £1 or just over £1 they were. Bought some lures. These are worms, but they're really realistic colour. I don't know if you can see that. A real good realistic colour. So I'm looking forward to giving them a go. And another good one was, everybody likes a bit of fake sweet corn. But look how many we've got in there. Again, you know, you'll probably pay a couple of quid for half a dozen pieces. Looking at this one, doesn't actually say. Oh, 50. So there's 50 bits of sweet corn in there. Again, that was either just over £1. I would have the exact figures, but I've mislaid the paperwork. But you know, that was a good buy. I was really pleased with that. But let's have a quicker, closer look if you want, and see what you know. We'll have a look at some of this stuff I bought. You'll have to excuse the mess. I'm having a good sort out and a tidy up. So this was the braid. I don't know if you can see that from here. Apparently, I've looked the brand up, and you know, it's not got bad reviews. And this was, you have to have quite a high heavy duty. This was a £60 breaking strain, which is probably the biggest breaking strain I've ever used in my life. But apparently, some of these people that do the pipe fishing, they're saying, "Oh, you need £80." But this doesn't seem too bad. You know, seems really strong. Maybe a bit coarse, but on the reel, on the bank will be the test. But you know, that feels all right to me. Not a million miles away from some of the branded stuff you buy. Because again, it's probably made in China, but I won't keep banging on about it because I've already banged on about it too much. Then we've got this one as well, which is an 8-strand one. Seems a bit more softer, but again, that doesn't seem too bad. Whether you might get some colour transference. I had that once with some cheap braid I bought from eBay, and it was green and it came off on your finger. But that was on like the first time I used it. After that, it stopped coming off. We got a lot of these sort of things. You can see those. These are all good. You tie these on your end of your line, and they're quick. You know, like I say, almost like a safety pin type of thing. But you do get them in carping. But these I bought these for predatory. You can see it's all come from China, so there's not much in this. But this Proberus Fishing seems to be quite a good brand in China. But yeah, I bought those. I mean, again, I think there's about 30 in there for like probably 80 odd p. Where you know yourself, you normally get something like this, and there's 10 in there, and I probably paid £2 for that. And they're a similar sort of thing, except these are matte and these are silver. So I got some of those. I also got a larger size from the bigger lures, but again, they're good quality. But we see how they work with on the bank. Some more swivels. These were quite a small swivel, but you know, these can be used. You can be using with coarse fishing as well. But yeah, I think that was 80 odd p, under £1 definitely, and there's 50 pieces in there. Size 8 swivels. I've got some quick link swivels. Shaking this camera about a bit. I have to apologise for that. I bought something that's very similar to this weeks before I saw these. Oops. I think they were Fox Rage ones, and I paid a lot more for like 10. Probably wasn't even 10, it might have been 5. But there again, how many's in there? Doesn't really say, but I would say there's a good 50 in there. And again, less than £1 or just over £1. The rubber beads, just the same with any other rubber bead. You know, they're nothing spectacular. There's nothing much you can do with a rubber bead. Rubber bead with the hole through, obviously. That's a 6mm one. That one was pennies. another packet of swivels. These are even smaller. These are a size 12, so these are quite big. You know, they'll still have. The main thing I bought them is for the predator, you know, my lure fishing, but you know, they could be used as well in coarse fishing. 100 in there. So, you know, mega cheap, and they don't seem any different. Time will tell when they get better stuff, but they don't seem any different from any other swivel you can buy. And then this I was really pleased with, so little rubber bits of silicon fake sweet corn. You know, same consistency as any I've ever seen on the market in this country, but you know, these are pence. You know, all right, okay, they got a little nub on the end where they've come off the moulding, but you know, it's hardly a major crime. But yeah, I was quite happy with them. 50 in there. I'll keep me going for a long while. You can get coloured ones as well on there, and obviously I was really pleased with it. Now that doesn't look any different from a packet you'd get on the shelf in this country. And to be fair, when you go into tackle shops, other than the big brands like Weston and stuff like that, you will see a lot of Chinese stuff. But as I say, these look really realistic. You know, really realistic. So I'm looking forward to giving those a go. So yeah, overall, it's a bit of an experiment. You know, I spent not a mega amount of money, less than a tenner, and we're going to see what happens. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it so far. I have done a couple of other cheeky ones because I don't know if you've ever used Temu. Once you start looking at things, they keep showing you lots of different other things. But I'm waiting for those to come, so we'll probably have a look at them when they arrive. But yeah, interesting. It's definitely worth a look. Obviously, you know, no good if you're in a rush for it, because it takes a bit of time to come. But yeah. Oh, one more item I nearly forgot. This stuff is for, unless you're a deadbait angler, you wouldn't know, but this stuff is used predominantly for when they put the dead baits on the hooks, stopping them from falling off if they're soft. It's like an elastic, like rubber. It's, you know, it's virtually transparent, but again, I think that was 80 something p. Bargain. But yeah, so that was my haul from Temu. Okay, so day 9 of the advent calendar. Let's see what we've got. Get it out. It's a hard plug. Again, with the treble hook protectors on. I'm quite impressed with that this time. Yeah, it's a good little piece of kit. Day 9. Okay, so we got day 10 to open today. And what's that one there? This one is a diving plug by the look of it. 2 treble hooks on. Yeah, that's nice. Alright. That's day 10. Just realised that this hard lure's got a rattle. So that's a good little feature, a bit extra traction with that. And we got day 11. Day 11. 2 pre-hooked paddle tail lures with 5 gram jig heads on. Yeah, that's nice, I like those. They'll be very useful. So that's day 11. Okay, so today it's day 12. Let's have a look what we got. It's getting a bit beaten up now, this calendar. That looks like a spinner. And it is. Nice little spinner again. So that's day number 12. So today we're going to open number 13. Unlucky 13, Friday the 13th and all that. Let's have a look, see if it's going to be lucky for us today. Looks like some squarely tail jigs, pre-hooked with jig heads, 3.5 gram. That'll be nice and handy for on the canal. That's the sort of size I use. A quarter chub on something like this for once. I'll have to see if I can dig out a photograph of it. But yeah, happy with that. Very pleased. So today it's day 14. See, that looks like another hard lure plug in. Oops, like another hard lure. Another hard lure. Diving one. Yeah, happy with that. It's really good. Day 14. Okay, so today is day 15. Let's have a look what we've got. There's a big one, this one. That's a jointed lure. Oh, I've never had one of them before. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, jointed lure. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. So yeah, so that was my little haul from Temu. So it's interesting. You know, there are other options out there for a cheaper budget. But yeah, time will tell when they've been tested on the bank. But we'll look at that and as the year goes on next year. But as I say, I've ordered a few other bits and pieces, but of a similar sort of theme, other different types of swivels and rig bits, terminal tackle. But you know, bits of plastic basically that you can end up spending like anything between £5 and £10 for, and they probably cost a penny to make. But yeah, we'll see what that comes like. I'm expecting that in the next couple of weeks, but we'll have a look at that when it comes and see how good we do with that. So yeah, so I hope everybody's enjoying the run up to Christmas. Not long now, and I'll see you again in another video. We can maybe have a look at some other purchases from Temu when they arrive. Also, I might do a bit of show and tell of what I'm getting for Christmas, tackle wise, for new adventures next year. A bit of river fishing, a bit of deadbait fishing. But yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And any questions, you know, put it in the comments below, and we can have a look, see and answer them as best we can. And we'll do some more advent calendar as well. Couldn't get all 24 days on in one video, but we're only 10 days to go to Christmas, so we've got a few more to open, so we'll have a look at those anyway. But thanks again for watching, and hope to see you in another video. I'm Andy, the Shropshire Angler.